Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about this YSL RICO case, man. Now, it looks like there's been another turn. Now, there's been reports that YSL Woody, was out here telling on people from YSL, right? There was a whole interrogation tape or interview, whatever you want to call it, where YSL Woody was talking for 3.5 hours with different detectives and everything, pretty much giving up the goods about each and every question that they asked, right? Well, there's been some blowback, and specifically it's coming from the DA's office. So Fani Willis, her office, is upset about this tape being leaked, and they want answers. Now, earlier it was reported that they wanted the person who leaked it to be brought before the judge and brought before the court and maybe face some charges, right? Well, it looks like it goes a little deeper than that because they feel like YSL Woody's life is in danger with the release of this tape, and they want some additional restrictions placed on the court. So they want people to have to come to them to see anything in the discovery. Now, for those of you who are wondering, discovery, it's a pot of evidence. It's basically all the evidence that could be used in the trial. The DA side, they get to look at it, and the defense's side get to look at it. So you have the prosecutors and the defense attorneys all get to share this pot of information, right? Well, they're saying somebody is leaking information out of there and it's putting witnesses' lives in danger. Now, I haven't seen anything besides a couple of internet threats and stuff like that, but man, there's a news story out here where they go into detail about how they feel this is going to play out in the future. Now, before we get to the specifics and talk about all the details, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now you see here's the news story where they're talking about this whole debacle and all the fallout from the YSL Woody tape getting released. Now, it says in the headline, "Deserve every bullet. Witness in YSL case could be in danger after interrogation leaks online." So they're basically talking about some of the same things that people have been saying out there. Like, a lot of people have been dissing YSL Woody. They said he turned his back on Young Thug. How could he be doing interviews proclaiming he was down with YSL when he's been on, basically talking to detectives for over 10 years, and he's always been there, trying to hate on them in the background and give up information, which led to this case. Now, what's crazy about this thing, man, let's actually start off with the story. So it says in Fulton County, Georgia, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is concerned for a witness safety after a video of him speaking with investigators leaked online. Now, we all know they're talking about YSL Woody, but they try to do their best to leave his name out of this article. They even try to blur his face, but let's be real. That thing has been viewed over 30 million times. It's on so many different channels and stuff. People know exactly who's in that video, you know what I'm saying? And they think that's a security risk for YSL Woody. They think that puts his life in danger. Now, it continues by saying the video, which has been viewed more than 30 million times online, shows a man who has not been identified being interrogated in the YSL gang case against hip-hop superstar Young Thug. So they're basically explaining that, yes, this tape has been viewed millions of times, and it shows a man's face, and they didn't want to identify him. But like I said earlier, we know exactly who that is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's been on every platform, everywhere, dog. You can't escape that tape once it gets out. And I think that's part of the reason why the DA is trying to jump on top of this quick and let it be known, like, hey, man, when this information gets out there, it's very damaging to a client, man. It's like, there's nothing we can do to protect them in certain situations if stuff gets out like this, because I'm pretty sure there's more damaging information that's going to be leaked later on, or maybe even come up in the case later on, and people are going to be just as shocked. Just like with the YSL Woody tape. People were shocked about that because dude was just so blatant with his talking, man. It's just crazy, man. Now, it continues by saying it puts people's lives in danger. This is what Fani Willis told the news there. But man, let's do this, man. Let's actually take a look at the actual news story about this, man. So let me check this out. Y'all check this out.
A judge to make changes in the gang trial involving Young Thug because of this video circulating.
Now, you can see right here, they tried to block him out, but come on, man. Like, everybody has seen this tape. And I understand that they have to protect potential witnesses and stuff, but I mean, at this point, the cat's out of the bag.
Online. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie spoke to Fulton DA Fani Willis about the clip. Mark, she said for witnesses, this video is putting lives in danger.
And in the YSL case, prosecutors are seeking some strong steps from the judge, in the wake of this leaked video.
Now, what's crazy is somebody obviously leaked this video, right? And no side would ever admit that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a crime, right? But what's crazy about it is, what if it's just somebody who hacked into their system? Because you're going to hear in a little bit, their method of sharing information is, man, it's mostly online. That leaves a possibility for that to be exposed, man. So, you know, I don't know, man. It would be weird for Young Thug and them's attorneys to really be out here leaking information. But because I don't see the strategy in that. I mean, it's not really going to intimidate anybody from already, you know, testifying if they've already signed a sworn statement and did all that, man. It's not. So I don't know. I don't believe that. I think something more nefarious might be up in this situation. Y'all tell me.
Now we've got this dated today, signed by Judge Ural Glanville, ordering any and all interested parties to appear before him March 1st, quote, to show cause why the state's motion should not be granted. Tell us.
Now, what he's held up was the motion that the prosecutors put in there. So basically, the DA's office, and they want everybody to come to their office if they want to view anything in the discovery or any evidence, and they don't want you to be able to record it or make copies or anything like that. Now, what's the problem is, you got a right to fair counsel, and you got a right to have all the information in the discovery for your use, just like the DA does. So it kind of puts the ball in the DA's court if the defense attorneys have to come to their office to look at all the information. It just seems like an unfair situation for them. You know what I mean? And the judge wants everybody in his court on March 1st, so that way they can argue about this and give pretty much Young Thug and them's attorneys an opportunity to say, nah, man, this isn't fair. This is limiting my client's rights or whatnot, man. But let's continue.
Your deepest fears about the release of this video.
It puts people's lives in danger.
I'm happy to have to make a determination or find out where it came from. I know it didn't come from us.
Now, that guy with the bald head there, that was one of Young Thug's attorneys. So that's one of the guys you see him with in court or whatnot. And he's professing that, yo, this did not come from us. Like, it wasn't our side that leaked this information. We don't know how it got out there because we don't have any, I don't know. I can't see any advantage besides letting people know who the people are that are ratting. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, that's not going to help your case any.
With some very high people, and the stuff that I know right now, I mean, she'll be able to help me get out of my situation.
The captions on it in a Twitter post don't appear entirely accurate, but this is accurate, says Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Video viewed more than 30 million times online, showing a witness interview by investigators and taken from discovery, evidence the prosecution had to disclose before trial to the many defense lawyers in the YSL gang racketeering conspiracy case against Jeffrey Williams, better known as the megastar hip-hop artist Young Thug, and many others, puts the life of that witness at risk and intimidates others.
Now, what's crazy is, and for those of you who don't know, Fani Willis is the district attorney who, since taking office, says she had multiple RICO cases that they were coming down with, multiple indictments. She's really focused on trying to get rid of gangs in Atlanta because she believes that they contribute to most of the violent crime in Atlanta. And that's her goal, right, as the DA. Now, in this situation, I don't know, man. It might be something where their office could have messed up too. So, but they're putting all the blame on Young Thug and them's attorney.
My worst fear is that it is used as an intimidating tactic and that people might be hurt.
DA Willis says among many comments posted for a YouTube version that, we're deleting 2 offensive words, deserve every bullet he got coming. And you gone die, Goofy, along with rat icons that appear in numerous comments.
Now, I don't know if they're basically taking troll comments and making it seem like they're legitimate threats. You know what I mean? People say all sorts of things online, especially on social media, man, because you have the freedom to say what you want and you have a little bit of, anonymity where you could just, fade into the background where nobody knows who you really are. They just know screen name, crazy dude 36 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just a pretend name I put out there. You know what I'm saying? They just know the username and they know that there's a picture there. They don't even know who this person is, where they come from, or anything like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't take those as legitimate threats. I think that they might be looking too much into the comment section.
Those comments are attached to a motion from prosecutors. Ms. Willis says her office wants the judge to say defense lawyers can only view videos and the like inside the DA's office, and the defense can't record them. and that prosecutors want the judge to order an investigation into whomever leaked the witness video less than a month after defense lawyers got it, after authorities had it more than a year.
Now, they're saying that authorities had that video for over a year. So it's over a year that YSL Woody had probably taken had been arrested for that gun, where he was in that predicament where he was trying to argue for his freedom and trying to also give up information on Young Thug and 44 Savage and all these different names, right? He was putting all sorts of names out there, man. So what's crazy about this situation is, man, between that time and between it being handed over to the DA and put into discovery, it had to cross so many different hands. You never know, man, who put this out there or who gave this out. Now, do they have a method of tracking that? Probably. They probably can go back and find out who leaked this and how many hands had touched it before and after, and really narrow it down to a list of people who could have possibly leaked it to where it's so viral right now that everybody knows YSL Woody's name. People have watched the interrogation so many times, it's ridiculous. It's just one of those situations that just snowballed out of control. And now, they're trying to patch it up because they feel like it puts people's lives in danger. But let's continue.
What we want to do is make sure that what has occurred in this case stops.
You don't just file a motion to make these allegations where you've got absolutely no basis to back that up.
So he not moving how he used to move regularly. He moved different, but he wanted these niggas so bad that he's back reckless.
The heading on one widely viewed tweet suggests a video it features depicts someone snitching to detectives and, quote, telling them about Young Thug wanting to get someone killed.
No one was killed.
Keith Adams, one of Young Thug's defense lawyers, says he can't.
They sped past that, but she let it be known. Even the DA was like, no one was killed, man. Nobody got harmed from this situation so far or anything like that. What they're trying to limit is the potential for that to happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? They don't want anything bad happening to anyone.
Comment directly on how a video that is not so far part of the court record is characterized, but
to the extent that anyone is suggesting that Mr. Williams has committed a crime, any crime whatsoever, that is absolutely wrong.
Any suggestion that somebody wanted to get somebody killed, that would be a crime.
It would be a crime.
He had him, the reporter, he had him stuck right there. He was like, yeah, man, it is a crime, because making a threat against somebody's life is a crime. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, he was careful about how he answered that because, he doesn't want to make it seem like they're defending the stance of, being able to release information. And they want to make sure that they're clear about the fact that, they're not trying to put any potential witnesses in danger in any sort of way, man, because that's been part of the justification for leaving Young Thug and all them locked up with no bond, man. It was like, oh, they had the opportunity to go out and tamper with witnesses or something like that. So it's a crazy situation, man. Let's go.
There's no such crime that's been committed by Mr. Williams, I can tell you that.
Adams says he doesn't agree with any implication in the state's motion it probably was a defense lawyer that leaked the video. That someone, for instance, might have hacked the Dropbox the DA's office used before it switched to delivering evidence via hard drive.
So you see there was an opportunity to go into the Dropbox and maybe get that information as well, man. So there's a lot of different hands. Do I think that they're going to catch somebody or find somebody who was actually guilty of taking this information and releasing it to the public? I don't know, man, especially if it was a hacker or something like that. I mean, yeah, right. It's not going to happen.
They want to do an investigation? Let's do it. Let's find out.
Adams says he believes the state's motion should have been sealed from public view when filed.
We're focused on defending ourselves in this case, and we're focused on doing so in an ethical and appropriate and a court-ordered manner.
Now, Young Thug defense lawyer Keith Adams says requiring defense lawyers to come to the DA's office to view certain evidence and not make copies would be unconstitutional, that lawyers have a constitutional right.
Yeah, that would be weird. Imagine your lawyer having to go to the DA's office to get the discovery or information about your trial, man. Then they're limited to a set number of hours. How do they work overtime and get stuff? You know what I'm saying? It's usually a situation where they each have access to that information, and then they're both able to look at it on their own behest. You know what I mean? So that would be weird, man.
And need to review the evidence as much as they want, and the clients have a right to view the evidence as well. The DA's office says witnesses have a right to.
And basically it cut off, the whole news story cut off before he said that witnesses have a right to safety. And I think everybody pretty much is on the same board with that. But what do y'all think about this situation, man? This YSL case is full of all sorts of things. Every week is something new, it seems like, man. Remember the whole situation that they had where somebody tried to give somebody a pill or something? It looked like a guy tried to give Young Thug a pill in the middle of the court. You've had fights break out where one of the defendants, or one of the Young Thug's co-defendants, got into an altercation with a guard or something. So it's been wild, man. It's been wild. And I think, man, we're not even at trial yet, like really at trial. They're just still, I think they're wrapping up jury selection or something like that. So once they get to the trial, man, this is going to be a wild situation. I just can see it coming. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Young Thug and them would literally leak out that YSL Woody tape to let people know what's going on? Or do you think it's a possibility that they were just hacked and now the prosecutors and the DA's office is trying to use this as a way to gain leverage in the case? Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.